This is my Wyrmwood Modular Gaming Table. Small coffee table in Espresso. Overall, it's pretty good, but there are some issues, especially with the topper, that I'm going to cover. First and foremost, there are some holes or flaws, whatever you want to call them, that are pretty noticeable right there and there. That's mostly minor. The big issue is, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but the panels themselves don't fit together very well, and I kind of think they might be slightly warped. Like if I get down close to the edge, you can see that edge right there doesn't really meet up well. There's a noticeable gap right here. If I run my hand over it, it's kind of flat over here, but over here it bulges. More pronounced on this leaf. Very big gap right here. And if I get close, you can actually see through the gap. And then it goes flat over here, then bulges up again. If I push on it, it can slightly bend, which suggests to me it might be warped or something. Similar over here, pretty sizable gap running through the whole length of it. It just generally doesn't lay well, doesn't feel smooth. And over there as well. Another problem, I do have two cup holders, one small, one large, and go ahead and set that up right there. Wow, the large cup holder, it fits, works great. Small cup holder doesn't fully fit. More so over here. I think the rails are slightly different in thickness, where right over here it doesn't fit at all. But closer to the edge, suddenly it fits. So on one side, the rail fits. On the other side, it's too fat to fit. But the other one fits fine on this side. And over here, it's wobbly. Same actually over here. Over there, it's nice. But on this end, it's much more loose. Fits there, but over here, it doesn't actually fit. Now, for what it looks like without the toppers on. And this is also part of the problem. My topper's scratched. I'll show the scratch first. Right over here. Very noticeable as I run my finger over it. I don't really know how these scratches got there. They mostly line up with the magnets on the middle leaves. So I think maybe something got caught underneath it, or maybe the edge caught it while I was pulling it apart. Don't know. But it left a pretty deep gouge. The other thing I note, maybe I'm just being picky about this side, Looks nice and flat and even. But this side, you can see it kind of ramps up on this side. Smooth down here, but forms a ridge right here. Pretty noticeable. And lastly, the felt. I don't think this felt actually fits in this table. It's too big. Because no matter how hard I try, there's this little bubble. I've tried smoothing it out. I put weights in the table overnight, and no matter what I do, this little bubble does not go away. I don't know how clear it's on camera, but it's kind of irritating. It's constantly sticking up. There's also a bit of a gap between the two plywood planks. It's not obvious on camera, but I can feel the gap is right here. You can feel it even through the felt. Let's see if it's noticeable from the underside. Yeah, look how big the gap is between the two. You can see the dowels even. They don't fit together as snug as they could. The only other issue I have was while building it, the screws that go into the leg and connect it to the apron, when fully tightened, the little divots in the bolt don't actually line up with the hole. So I'd have to loosen it. Sometimes at full rotation in order to get the actual bolt to connect. And that makes me a little nervous because it makes me wonder how securely this is actually attached. But that should be all the issues I've encountered. And I've also took some pictures and sending that along too.